Hi everyone, I'm Lindsay, and today on Sweet Talk I'm making Tres Leches cake. This cake with 3 milks is super popular all over Latin America, Mexico, and now the US, and it happens to be one of my personal favorites. I'm starting with my dry ingredients. What I love about this cake is it's a super simple sheet cake. So I'll start with 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. When I'm measuring flour, I kind of like to fluff it up in the jar like this, and then just scrape it off with a knife to make sure you're measuring correctly. And then 1 teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. If you're using fine salt, which I know a lot of people have, use a little bit less because it's more potent than kosher. So I'll just give this a quick whisk. Now moving on to our wet ingredients, which are a little bit different than a standard creaming method cake. So I'm starting with 5 eggs. There are a lot of eggs in this cake, and we whip them up kind of like a meringue, but since they're yolks, not quite. So I have 5 large eggs here, room temperature, and 3/4 cup granulated sugar. Get this whisking on medium-high until it's really thick, pale, and fluffy. All right, so in the last couple of seconds, I'm going to beat in 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Looks great. And when you see in a recipe that it says beat until pale and yellow, this is what you're looking for. So as you can see, it's really light and fluffy. It leaves a ribbon when you dip it in the mixture. This is called the egg foaming method. So instead of creaming your butter and sugar, you're mixing your eggs with your sugar so that it adds structure and a little bit of puff to the cake. I'll set this on low and I'll add my dry ingredients a little bit at a time. I like to use a spoon for this, helps keep it a little bit neater, although I always seem to get my flour mixture on the counter anyway. This is a little bit like making a genoise, except we're not separating the yolks from the whites. But it still should be a very light, fluffy cake, perfect for soaking up all of that milk. Last little bit. It's okay if there are a few streaks in here. As always, I'm finishing the last little bit by hand. Right. Grab your spatula. And now I have 1 stick of unsalted butter, melted and cooled slightly so it's not so hot that it will curdle your eggs. And just pour that down the side because you don't want to deflate your eggs too much here. Now I'll give this a fold to incorporate that butter. And you're just looking to just combine it here. You don't want to deflate your eggs, so a few gentle folds. All right, this looks nice and fluffy. Now here I have a 9x13 baking dish. I'm gonna be serving this in the dish, so I chose one that's white porcelain with handles. You could do this in a glass baking dish or even a metal dish. If you do choose metal, make sure that you keep an eye on your cake because it will bake a little bit faster than it does in glass or porcelain. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. All right, just like that. So easy, 1 pan, I love that. I don't want to smooth this too much because I'll lose all of that structure and loft that I achieved earlier. So now this is going into my 350 degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes. So I'm ready to put the leches in my Tres Leches cake. I have my cake out of the oven here. You can see it's nice and golden. It's still warm, which is really important because you want to add your leches, or your milks, while it is still warm. So I'm taking a skewer and I'm poking holes about 1 inch apart all over the cake. That looks good. My holes are in. Now this is the part that's really easy to remember. You have 3 milks and it's basically 1, 1, 1. So I have 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Right, and then you have 1 can of evaporated milk and 1 cup of whole milk. So easy, right? I'll whisk this. I know it looks like a lot, but trust me, it will all soak in. That looks good. And now slowly, because otherwise you kind of oversaturate it all at once, so you just want to slowly start drizzling this over your cake. And I hate to say it, guys, if you're lactose intolerant, There's no way around this one. There's really no substitution. It's Tres Leches cake for a reason. You'll see it's starting to fill up the sides of my pan. That's okay, we're letting this sit, and once it sits, it'll soak in all of this magical milk mixture. It's hard to believe, but it really does happen. It's like a miracle cake. All right, that's it. So now I'm going to let this cool to room temperature, and all of this milk will soak into the cake. That takes about 1 hour. So now my cake has been sitting for an hour. Look at that. It has completely soaked up all of the liquid. The cake is fully saturated, and now I'm going to top it with lightly sweetened whipped cream. You really don't need much because the cake itself is so sweet. This is a really nice way to complement it. So this is 2 cups of heavy cream and 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. I find sometimes it's a little easier for the cream to whip up if it's a little bit chilled or cold. So I'm gonna mix this on high for a couple minutes until it's soft peaks. All right, this looks like nice soft peaks to me. If you whip your cream a little too far, never fear, you can always just add a little bit more heavy cream to your whipped cream, fold it in, and it will be just fine. So I'm going to spread this over my whole cake. Wow, look at that. Light, pillowy whipped cream. Smooth this, give it some nice swoopy texture. Now, because berries and cream is such a great combo, I'm going to be adding some fruit to top my cake. Start with some strawberries. They're a little out of season right now, but that's okay, still love them. You can really top this with whatever your heart desires. Any fruit that's in season, or you can leave it as is. I know a lot of people don't top it at all. Add some blueberries here. I think having a little bit of that tart bite from the fruit kind of helps cut through the richness of this cake. And some blackberries. Some orange segments. This orange has been sucrèmed, so that means you take off the outer rind and then cut in between the segments of the orange. So it makes these really beautiful pieces instead of having all of that white pith and rind on your orange. This is looking so delicious. I, of course, can't wait to dive right in. I always have to try this for you guys so you can see just how delicious it is, and you'll want to make it at home. So just a little taste. All right. Oh man, I can hear how moist it sounds. And it looks so good. Look at that. You can see all of the soaked liquid in there. It looks so fluffy and delicious. Tres Leches, guys, you have to make this at home. It is seriously a little slice of heaven. That is so good.